All right, all right, all right. Let's see if we can have some fun today. How are you guys today? Just want to check in with you. Let's see where are we at here. Like that. Yeah, that looks a little better for a minute. All right, how's things going? How are you guys? Markets have been a little bit crazy the last couple of days, but the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, I might say. We've had good luck with the day trading in our day trading class. Had a little bit of good luck myself, so pretty happy about the day trading. Markets have been volatile, and that's what we need to make money when we day trade. We need volatile markets. And of course, as I say that, the markets are kind of pooping out on us right here. This is the Nasdaq. That's getting a little flush right here, just as we open up and start taking a look. That is the Nasdaq range bar 25. Now I'm using a range bar 25, and range bars, of course, are special bars that each time you get 25 minimum moves, the market moves and creates a bar. So there's no time involved. It's just trend only. So if you got a flat trend, the market could go sideways for a very long time because there's no time involved. That's a range bar. All right. So range bar 25 means that the market has to move 25 minimum moves, smallest increments before it'll make a new bar. So it could sit there for an hour and not go anywhere. And then you have one bar that's an hour long. And then the next bar could be and you could have 10 bars in the next 1 minute. So that's the nature of it. And then I've got a mathematical model laid over the top of it called Heikin-Ashi. So that's what a range bar looks like without Heikin-Ashi. And as you can see, each bar is exactly the same size. But when you run Heikin-Ashi over the top of it, Heikin-Ashi does a mathematical smoothing component. It's like a moving average that's added to the bars themselves. So it's not a line that goes over the top or a line that lays underneath or something. We actually modify the bars themselves. And so that's why you get this kind of it looks like cheat codes to me. So I like them. Some people don't like them. I like them. And so I use them all the time. They're relatively new in the industry. I mean, they're, 10, 15, I don't know how many years old, but they're pretty old, but they're pretty new. As far as things in the financial industry, which never change, I mean, you get 10 million variations of the same thing, but that's not really anything new. That's just like, oh, let's take MACD and change the colors, or we'll combine these two two popular indicators together and we'll make a new indicator out of it. We'll be rich, rich, rich beyond our wildest dreams. Everybody's looking for the holy grail of indicators. It just doesn't exist. I've been looking for it myself for 40 years. If you guys find it, please let me know. All right. There's just not there. It's just not there. You use a combination of tools to help you, determine. But when it comes right down to it, you look for a little setup, a little trigger, and, cross your fingers and hope the market goes far enough to make enough money to get out and make a little cash. That's really the name of the game. I mean, what we do is we try to make something that's as simple as, buy low, sell high. We try to make it really complicated and really, really, much more difficult than it has to be. So that's really all we're doing. So what I've done is out on the little marquee, the little, what do you call it? The little thumbnail. I said, we're going to do the reversal strategy. So that's the strategy we've actually been trading for the most part over here in the QOCO orders. So this is last week, if you remember, we modified our order tool. So this little strategy that we're running here, this is the QOCO3, and I'm going to open that up so you can see the settings. There they are. And that's the ones we're going to be running today. And so we're coming down through here. Now, remember, this is just a title. Doesn't really mean anything other than to help you remember what's going on to select your algorithm that you're going to trade. All right. This is algorithmic trading. So we're going to come in with a stop order. It's going to be an open stop, and we're going to put an attached stop at 100 and 250. And those numbers work really good for the NASDAQ. They don't work so good with the smaller markets. So you have to kind of shrink them in a little bit. But we're going to trade the NASDAQ here for a minute. And then this one trails on the ATR. Now, if you remember, this trails on the entry for ATR, and then we changed it to trail on the exit for the price bars back. And that was so it would bring the trailing stop in a little bit sooner once we got into the market. Remember we did that? One of you, I think it was Kirk, was saying, I'm going to try that, Lan. I'll let you know how it goes. Kirk, did you try that? You've been trying a little bit better. We've been trying it here in the class. I think it works a little better because I don't have to put my temporary stop in while we wait for the market to move. But this strategy initially was just supposed to swing trade and I call it swing trading. I know it's different than the rest of the world. I do it right. They do it wrong. Swing trading is when you buy every buy signal and sell signal. You buy the sell signal, you trade the sell signal. Buy the buy signals, trade the sell the sell signals, right? So you're swing trading. You're swinging with the market. You're going up and down and up and down and up and down. You take both longs and shorts, longs and shorts, longs and shorts. That's called swing trading. Somehow somebody got it screwed up in their head and they're out there, some YouTuber who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's brand new YouTuber. Oh, swing trading out on the daily chart. That means you stay in the market for a very long time. And it just kind of caught on and people started using the wrong terminology. Swing trading. That's not what swing trading is. Come on, people. Swing trading is when you're swing trading. I mean, you like a swing. You know what a swing is? You go sit on it, you swing back and forth. Right? Swing trading. When the market goes up and down, it swings through highs and lows and highs and lows. And if you're trading those highs and lows, highs and lows, highs and lows back and forth, that's called swing trading. Some jackass goes out there on the internet and says, oh, swing trading is when you're trading on a daily chart. Can't fix stupid. All right. So that's just position trading. All right, you're going to take a position, you're going to hang on to it for a long period of time through the ups and downs, through the swings. All right, it's called position trading. All right, long-term investing. That's what that is. All right. So Kirk says that strategy to compare. He renamed it to the 778 strategy instead of 777. Probably a good idea, except for 777 has additional biblical meanings there, Kirk. And we don't want to get away from that, right? All right. So we're going to come in here and we're going to trade this one. So let's go ahead and hit OK on here. And the market's starting to move. That's good. So we're going to look for the reversal, right? See if it won't come down here. And all we do is we drop that in there. And it's going to trail down now on those little green dots. And when it does, it'll just catch that reversal and away it goes. It goes all by itself. All the buttons are set to act by themselves. All we have to do now is sit back, smoke our cigarettes. You guys smokers? I'm not a smoker, so I can't sit back and smoke. But I can drink my lemon water. Not really anything to do at this point because we decided we're going to take a long position as soon as the market reverses right here. Now, it might reverse and bounce around and not go straight back up. And that's why you need to have your stop immediately jump to one price bar back so that you don't get your hiney handed to you, right? So I was using a temporary because I just wanted to wait till the dot flips because the QOCL 1 and 2 is still trails the ATR and that's fine. And sometimes you get caught with a little early entry here. We lucked out here. We didn't get filled on that little stabby do. Let's come in here and bring me down here. Bring this up bigger again. Let's come in and make it easier for you guys to see. That puts our limit way up there. Let's bring the limit down. Okay, and that stops way down there, but you don't have to worry about it because this is an open position, so we're not in the market. But as soon as that gets filled, as soon as it crosses that green dot for the reversal, this will jump to the price bar back and we'll be happy, right? We'll have our stop in there and the market go back up. But right now we don't have anything to do because we programmed it into the computer to do it for us. So we just sit here and watch. And we're looking for a reversal. Maybe it'll come down and hit that 200 period moving average bounce and go back up. Nobody knows, right? So you just wait till the market's moving and look for the opportunity to get in. And we're going to look for it to cross those green dots. And when it does, we're going to call that a trigger. So this is our setup. Now we're looking for the trigger. Come on, trigger. Isn't trigger a horse's name? Here it comes. It just keeps coming down. We're on the wrong side of it, aren't we? We should be short right now. And this should be our trailing stop. But we're not. We didn't take that short position. All right, there's the 200 period moving average. What does Ross call those? Stop signs. All right, are we going to read a stop sign here? Are we going to get a reversal? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on. Now watch what happens when it crosses that green dot. Oh, it's going to come down and kiss it one more time. When it crosses that green dot, we'll be long the market, and that stop will jump right up to the price bar. Oh, it's still coming down. Not gonna get in. When's it gonna reverse? When's it gonna reverse? Now we've got that we got that ATR set to 1 and 0.8. That's pretty tight. Usually I run that at 1 and 0.1, but I've been running a little tighter lately. 0.8. Sometimes I run at 0.6. But you can see if we'd have been at 0.6, we'd have had 2 false entries, one here and one here. So 8's been pretty good. Still falling, still flushing. Flushing going into the last hour of the day. It's been trying to rally today. Come on, buddy. Just go through an accumulation stage. All we're going to do is just, wow, it went past that 200 period moving average like it wasn't even there. Like a knife through butter. Where are you guys at? What are you guys doing? Tell me what you're doing. Write to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Come on. Come on. Give me a rally. Man, this thing's flushing hard. Look at that. From here to here, that's $620 per contract. $1,000 investment per contract. That's a crazy move. Holy smokeroos. All right, here we go. We're going to get a reversal. We don't know where it's going to occur, so we're just going to take whichever one occurs first. All right, here it goes. Here it goes. Are we going to go here? Little green bar, little green bar, little green man, little green people. Come on, buddy. No. Can't decide what it wants to do. Let's go look at the chart. Look at that little tiny chart up there in the upper right-hand corner. Wow. Just keeps flushing like a toilet. Holy cow. Holy cow. Why weren't we? Okay, we're long. Okay, see that? And then our stop just automatically jumped in there for us. Now, if it turns around and comes right back down, we'll just get right back out with a tiny loss. We don't want to take a big risk because we don't know if it's going to turn and go back up. And if we get stopped out, we'll just drop it in there again. Wait for the next one. Is it going to stay above that? Is it going to get a bunch of green bars now? Nope, look at that. Can't decide what it wants to do. We're going to stop trailing. I don't want to trail anymore. I'm going to turn off the, it says trail to break even. I'm going to turn that trail off. Just leave it right there for a second because it doesn't look like it's rallying and I don't want to. We got stopped out. Piece of shit. Let's do it again. Okay, here we go. We'll try it one more time. Catch the reversal. Why didn't you take the short position, Lion? Well, we could have. But that wasn't what we put on the marquee. On the marquee, we didn't say take the short position. We said we're going to take the reversals. So we got to do the reversals. Got to stay true to our classroom environment, right? True to the strategy that we said we were going to do. Can't just randomly come in here and start shooting from the hip, doing different stuff than what we said we were going to do. Showing you how to do the reversal. If you think the market's going to reverse, this is how you do it. Now I've got that set to one price per back to break even. So it just goes up and stops trailing at break even. And then we can go ahead and switch it, change it to the little green dots. So you went to the one break even right there. If I let it go, it'll keep going one price bar back until it hits the green line and then it'll stop. But sometimes I like to say, you know what, just give it a little room to breathe. Don't keep going up there. Of course, that's when you get chopped out. That's when you lose $100 every time. So there's advantages and disadvantages to doing that. Uh-oh, why didn't that stop? That should have got us out. Why didn't that get us out? This should have got us out. What the heck? Let's try this again. What the heck? Why didn't that get us out? I'll have to show that to the programmers and see if that was an error. Maybe I did something wrong. I thought I turned off the trailing stop, though. That's all I did. Well, come on, we're not getting a reversal out of this thing. Not a very good demonstration when we're just trailing down the whole damn thing all the way down a big old downtrend. Look at us. We're the ones down $230 on this massive downtrend. Trying to catch a reversal. Well, there was a reversal, Lan. You had a green to a red. Why don't you take that one? Well, because it wasn't the one we're talking about. Trying to do it automated here. If we'd have started just a little bit earlier, we could have caught this one going reversal from going up to down, couldn't we have? But no. We had to sit and pontificate for a little bit longer. Okay, are we going to get a reversal here? We'll let it go this time. I'm not going to go in and stop it and see if that's a bug in the software. It's not filled yet. It has to cross those green dots. Come on. Lynn, it's green to red again. Hit down. Hit the short position. Yeah, right when we hit the short position, we'll miss the reversal. Take the short position. What are you doing? The trend is your friend until it bends or ends. I know, but I'm trying to trade the reversal. Look at this thing. Holy cow. Look at that flush of Rooney. Maybe we won't get a reversal. Maybe this thing, we're going to put a fork in it. Look at all those little opportunities right in there for taking another short. Could have shorted there. Could have shorted there. Could have shorted there. We could have shorted there. Lots of opportunities to take little short positions. Wow, that is one heck of a flush. What the heck is going on? Did some damn Fed chairman say something stupid like they usually do? What the heck? Now, we probably won't get a V recovery. We'll probably get something like this if it actually goes up at all. We'll get something more like this. We'll probably get that down here. So it'll chop the shit out of us before we get our rally, but we'll see. Sometimes you get a quick reversal. Sometimes it comes back up and goes right back up to about half, up to the delta cone of probability, right? Halfway back up. So we'll see it come back up into here maybe. Nope. We got stopped out again. Told you it's going to probably sit here and chop the shit out of us now. Do one of these here. Just go sideways for a while. But we'll try it again anyway. That's what we're going to do. Man, look at that thing wants to keep going down. I'm going to drop this in here, see if it won't go at this point. We've had 3 attempts at this market. 3 strikes, you're out. 3 strikes, you're out. Stop trading. You're over trading, Lan. You're just getting your hiney handed to you. Well, that's no fun. Wow, this market go. Think we're going to even get a reversal? There's another little opportunity, another little short position right there. This thing's not turning around here either. Send it back. Get rid of that. Testing that second bottom right there. Going to break through it and go, go, go. Yep, there it goes. Man, this thing's flushing like a toilet. Holy cow, what a crazy market today. You guys seeing this thing? Paul just said he took the short position on this thing with the 777 and made $500. He's kicking ass. I'm just trying to catch the reversal, Paul, because I said that's what we were going to do. We're going to trade reversals today on our little marquee. So we're just waiting to see if we can get a reversal. But there's been all kinds of little pennant formations in there, isn't there? Look at all these little things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 drives down. It just keeps going. Man, something's flushing bad. Somebody said something. Somebody shit the bed. Somebody scared the market. All right, here we go. Another attempt. And another stop out. Wow. Well, how would you do it? You could do it like that. We could try it. Give it a shot. Maybe it's going to fall some more, but now, right when we start saying, okay, we'll take the other side. Watch it go back up. Okay, so now this is set to just go to break even, and then we'll have to recalibrate it to go on the little green dots. Oh my goodness, we're going to get stopped out here too. Come on, buddy. Air? Am I still on air? Anybody still there? Hey, Paul, can you hear me? We had a total collapse of the software. You're back? I'm back? You can hear me? That's the craziest thing I ever saw. Holy cow. What the heck happened? Everything died, the whole thing. This thing crashed. I had a full crash. All right. Well, we're back. Let's see if we can get some of this stuff going again. That's crazy. I've never had a complete failure like that in a class. I've had it drop off and have stuff die. And oh, look, right there's our reversal. There's what we've been waiting for. Of course it crashed. Of course it crashed when course it goes and makes a big run when we get crashed. I don't know what crashed. I don't know what track and trade came right back up. So I don't know. I don't think it was track and trade that crashed. I think it was the StreamYard studio thing, this YouTube thing. So all right. Well, we're back. Set up some of these things again. I don't think it was the software that crashed. So I think we're back. I think we're back in business. All right. So, well, let's dump some of this stuff. We just keep on going with our little strategy here. It's flushing down again. Len, you should be going short. Well, we missed it. We could have had a reversal here and a reversal there. Both of those would have been really good reversal points. We'd have got our money back. We'd have probably been back up a couple $100 at least. Who knows? Who knows? Come on, market. Paul says it had to be the YouTube since my TNT is still running. Well, my TNT still ran. That's what's funny is the thing is it crashed my whole computer. My whole computer went black. It went powered off everything. I was like, well, maybe the power cord wasn't plugged in and I had a dead battery, but I checked that and that's not what happened. All right, well, we got filled here on this reversal. Let's see if it'll reverse or if it's just going to give it a little short burst and drop back down. If it goes down and flushes out the other side, we'll reverse this time. We'll reverse again. There it goes. Now what I want to do is I want to change this. Edit, change this. I want to price bar back on the ATR. Just go like that. Now we'll see if that causes grief, because that causes grief to make that change last time. Not supposed to. No, it don't want to go. Doesn't want to go back up, does it? Yes, you can. You can auto trade the yellow arrows. The yellow, basically, that's what we're doing. The yellow arrows are coming from those green dots. So whenever the market crosses those green dots, then it throws that yellow arrow. So that's technically that's what we're doing. Too tight. See, that's the disadvantage of having it trail back down on those one price bar back. Because if you get just a little pop back, see that little topping tail right there, that stopped us out. And if the market continues, well, but that's the whole point, right? I mean, you want to get stopped out if the market's going to reverse. So we need it to go immediately in our favor. Then you got a down arrow because it went down on the cross of the little yellow dots. Oh my hell. Land. Makes you want to go back to just doing the dots instead of see that? That pisses me off. Because the sometimes one price bar back is just too close. That's why we had it on the yellow dots. But then we were having the problem where the little yellow dots were too far back and we were losing like $300 just to get stopped out, only to have the market go in your favor. So we tried to do the one price bar back one. It's just like there's sometimes one works better than the other, and that's just the way it is. You got to pick the right one. Okay, so now we're on the other side. So that's really what we're doing, Boostcrat, is that we're trading those yellow dots. Because when the market crosses those little green dots, but you could just come in and, that's what I do with the QOCO 1 and 2. See, but you wait until the dot flips and then you hit the QOCO 1. Should we do that for a minute? See if we can't have a little better luck. That's where we've been having better luck. That's where we were trading before. So we come in here and we wait for it to cross. As soon as it crosses, wait for it to jump to the other side and then hit your button. So we'll try that. Let's try that for a little while. That little reversal thing, I've been struggling with that forever. It's kind of the problem I've always had with it, is that if you do the green dot and it trails on the green dot, then if you get in early, it doesn't jump in time, and so you have to use a temporary stop. And so that's why we started doing price bars back, so we didn't have to use a temporary stop. But the reason I used temporary stops is so I didn't have it jump up too quick like that. So it's all just a game you have to play. There's like 4 different ways you can attack the market. Right now, what we're going to do is now watch. Now we'll get our big old long green that we've been waiting for. Okay, we're going to wait for it to cross the green dots. I'll show you. Okay, see it's crossing the green dots. If we get a dot flip, boom, right there. So that's where you just hit your button, and that's right when that little red. Now is that still trailing on that dumb thing? Okay, we changed that. I want to change it back. So we changed it to price bars. I'm going to change it back to the ATR and not to trail to break even. So that's that one, and it's trail exit. In 777, we're going to do the same thing. This is ATR to exit. Oh, that's the one I just did. 777 price bars back. We're going to do this one on ATR trail break even. Okay. So we're going to do that one, okay? Like that. Now, had I had it like that, we wouldn't have got stopped out right here. All right. Let's make sure we got everything's back to the way we had it the other way. Price bars back. See, that's price bars back. We're going to leave that one there. This 777. Whoa, we got too many things in here. Price bars back, trail to break even. What's the difference here? We're going to do this one, ATR. That way we can choose. We're going to have both. This is going to entry on price bars back, exit on ATR. Okay. So we're going to trail for entry on price bars back, and we're trail out on ATR. Okay, we're going to go back to that. Okay. So now we're crossing to the downside. We can put our position back in there. Yep, got stopped out again. We're not having luck today at all. 0 luck. Land, you're just getting your hiney handed to you. They're not going anywhere now. Back and forth across the green dots. Let's go see if another market's making better. Oh, look at that. Russell looks happy. Getting a reversal on the Russell. Look at that dumb thing. See, this is set up for so it puts it way up there. Set up for the NASDAQ, bigger market. Oh, look. Don't come back and stop us out here, too. We got in late on this one. We should have been in clear back here. But it is what it is. A little opportunity to put a second one in. Come on, let's see you rally for us. Go up and break new highs. I put it way up there again. I think we're going to have to bring those down. Let's do it on all of them. 777. We're going to change this. We're going to go 100 and 100 just to make it easier on us. 100, 100. 777. We'll go 100 and 100. Did I do 100 on the last one? You got to change it in 2 places. 777. 100, 100. Problem is when we use it on the NASDAQ, it'll probably be too small. 100, 100, 100. Okay, we did that one. What about this one? 100, 100. Okay, let's try that. All right, there we go. At least we got to break even. What a rotten thing. It just as soon as I said it goes to break even, it fell back against us. Oh, this is clear to 1 too. Oh, but look at how wide the spread is. Yuck. And there we go. We're going to get stopped out again. Come on, baby. Keep it up. Needs a little Viagra. Stochastic's way up in the upper region. That means we'll probably get a little pullback. But we got the MACD trying to go across over the 0 line on the histogram. So that's bullish still. We're going to trail price bars back on the QOCO4. So if we wanted to try and get back in on another long position, but if it crosses those yellow dots, what's that blue arrow? That blue arrow is the MACD. I got it set to 1-1, not 1-8. S&P, Paul says the S&P is moving stronger. You can turn on the autopilot boost crate over here and just say, hey, I just want to come in here and I want to come in here and I'm going to create a new one. We'll go new, and we'll call this the boost crate. EAUSCRATE, the boost crate. We'll make it the default setting. And we'll come in here and we'll trade the ATR and we'll come in here, trade quantity 1, and we're going to come in here, market order, and we're going to say that we're going to trail. We'll take both longs and shorts, and we're going to stop at, we're going to drop the stop at 100. And then we're going to jump stop. No, we're going to trail continuously on ATR, and we'll put a limit at, let's say, at $500. So you could do this. 40, let's go up to 50. Got to go up to 100. Okay, that's $500. Exit on primary signal. So if it reverses, we don't need that really. We'll put it in there anyway. All right, so we're going to come up here. We're going to hit save. Let's come over here and let's kill all these things. Let's see, go back to trade. We'll exit chart. Okay, now we'll go back over here to the autopilot and we'll say start trading. And now what it'll do is it'll just trade the yellow arrows. There you go. That's how you do it. So now you can just sit back and relax. You don't have to do anything but trade the yellow arrows. Problem is it's going to trail up. We got to stop. It's going to trail up on the little yellow dots. So in this case, on this way up, we might have got stopped out right here. Might have got stopped out right here. That would maybe right here. But you're trailing with a stop. If you don't want to trail with a stop, if all you want to do is swing trade, you can just tell it to swing trade. Come in here and tell it you want to drop your stop. So you go stop trading and you come in here and you say, I want to no trailing stop. And we're going to put our, instead of at 100, let's see, our stop is instead of 100. See, the reason I put it at 100 is it'll drop at 100 and immediately jump to the ATR. But we don't really want to do that. We want to risk what? So let's say $75. So we'll go down to 10. That's $50. Let's risk $75. Let's see. It's a Russell. Yeah, let's say $75. That's good. And then we're going to say no trailing stop. That's it, right? So we'll just say you're going to risk $75. And then the only way you'd get out is if you got a yellow arrow. So the longs and shorts, and away you go. You hit save on that one and then hit start autopilot. And that's it. There you go. Now what it's going to do is it's going to trade the yellow dots, going to stop put your order in at 75, put your stop order in at $75. And it's going to trade until it gets out on another yellow arrow. Problem with this is if it just goes yellow arrow, and the market just goes sideways like this for an hour, it goes yellow arrow, yellow arrow, yellow arrow, and you just get your ass handed to you. But if you have big long runs like this, well, you make lots of money, right? That's $500 right there from that yellow arrow to this yellow arrow. So if you catch the yellow arrows, if you want to trade like that, you can do that. Now that's the autopilot. You don't do anything now. There's no human intervention at all. This is just Chat GPT doing his thing. Trade like that too if you want. Now it's not going to take a long position here because it's already got a long position here. So it looks at it and says, "Are you already in?" "Yep, I'm already in." "Okay, I'm going to get in again and just wait for another arrow." But that's boring. I can't teach a class if that's, okay, all right, class is over. Okay, class is over. Nothing else to teach you. I just hit start trading and then go cook eggs because the computer is going to take care of everything else. Nothing else to do. Nothing else for you to do. It's going to buy and sell every time it gets a yellow arrow. And it's not even going to trail a stop. It's just going to hold your stop at 75 cents back and wait for an arrow to tell it to get out. See, so right here, you'd still be in. It would have come all the way back here, not stopped you out because you had your stop sitting back here, $75. So you'd still be in on this from here to here. You'd still be in. You'd be making money with this strategy. From here, you'd have got in right. Let's say you got in right here, and it's right there. You'd be up $225. And then you'd be on this one, you'd have been up all the way till here. You'd have made $420. Then you got in here and got out here, you'd have made $150. But let's see, right here, you got your assy handed to you. You'd have got your hiney handed to you right here. Because right here, you'd have got in right here. You'd have got out right there, scratch trade. You'd got in right here, you'd have got out right there with an $80 loss. You'd have got in right here, and you'd have got out right there at another $130 loss. You'd have got in right here, and you'd have got out right there with another $130 loss. You'd have got in right here and out right here with another $130 loss. You'd have got in right here and out right here with another $90 loss. You'd have got in right here and out right here with a $170 win. So you got in right here and out right there with $145. You got in here, out there with a loss. You'd have got in here and out here with a scratch trade. You'd have got in here and out here with a $270 win. So, the question is, when it went through that place right there, you'd have said, well, I'd have been better off trailing a stop. Yes, you would have. So you could trail your stop to break even on the little yellow dots. You could do that. And then if it goes up, you stop and you don't keep trailing. So you'd come in and say autopilot. Stop the autopilot. I want to, and maybe it would have saved you a little bit of money in here. You wouldn't have lost so much. So you come in and you say, I want to stop back. We'll start out at $100. Let's say $100. And then we'll say trail on the ATR until break even. Then we won't trail anymore, and we'll just get out when it reverses with the arrow. That way, when you go through these little snafus right here, sideways markets, you don't lose as much. Of course, you risk being stopped out just as the market takes off and goes to the moon. So that's the other risk. Trails to break even on the ATR dots. You got the ATR dot set to 1 to 1. You could do a little, do a 1 to 8. So you could come in here and we could save this. So we're going to save that. And then we come up here. We're going to go over to ATR and we're going to go to 1.8. Because we're not going to trail. It's just going to, let's do 1.9 just to give us a little breathing room. And now we're going to come back over here to autopilot. And we're going to come in here and we're going to say, okay, we're going to put $100 back. It's going to immediately jump to the green dot. It's going to trail up the green dot until break even. And then, we put a limit order at 100. We got to take that off. Otherwise, it's going to take us out when we make $500. And we just want to get out when it reverses. Right? Exit on primary signal. So that's what we want. Do you want to get out with a $500 profit if it hits $500? And then you come in here and you say, well, I want to trade 10 contracts because I'm a wild man. Okay, you can do 10 of those. Let's just start with 1 because we're chickens. All right, hit save and then go start autopilot. There you go. And then when you center your chart, you got your little green line, and that's where your trade's at. Now we'd have got a little whipsaw right in here, right? We'd have got in here, gone up, it'd have got us out down here. So that'd have been another loser. Now we wouldn't have, oh, we'd have got out because we trailed with, see that? There's your problem right there. So you get in right here, you gotta got stopped out right there. So you got stopped out only to have the market rip higher, and then it comes down, reverses, and then goes back up. You get stopped out, get back into the market. You'd be long right now. So that's how that game's played. You have to just kind of decide what you want to do and how you're going to try and capture some of these big long moves. Because if it does this kind of thing, this is how you get stopped out and then a rally. Well, you don't. I mean, you can sit here and watch yourself lose your ass. Because are you going to really get in here and change it? Are you going to really adjust it? If you are, see, that's the whole question. It's like if you have to sit here and watch it, right? Um, if you have to sit here and still watch it, then why do it? Why use the autopilot? Just come in here and turn that off and use these ones over here. Because then you can be more selective. You can say, well, I want to do this one. I don't want to do that one. I want to take this one. I don't want to take that one. And you can see that you set the autopilot up exactly the same way as you can with these. These are just a little bit more, you can say, oh, wow, it's going from red to green. I think I'll take it. Okay, I'm going to do it right now. Where the autopilot wouldn't take that. So you can say, well, I think I'll try it, And the thing is that you can do it alongside the autopilot. You can come in here and hit start trading, and the autopilot will trade. And then if you want to trade on top of the autopilot, it doesn't care. You saw how it come up and it said, hey, there's already something on here. Do you want me to trade anyway? You say yes. And then you can trade alongside the autopilot. It doesn't care. You want to take a position? The autopilot doesn't care. What it'll do now is if it gets an arrow, it'll come in and say, oh, is there already a trade on there? Yes. And it just won't do anything. It'll only get you in if there's not something in there or if it wants to go the other direction. So if you're long and suddenly an arrow comes into the downside, the autopilot will clear out this position and put you in short. And, so you can trade both manually and with the autopilot. That's the way the software is designed. So you can do what we call augment the autopilot. You turn the autopilot on, the autopilot's on. See, it says right there, auto trading. And then it's got the little green start button. That's where you started. And then you can come in here and use your augmentation tools. If it gets you stopped out, but you didn't want to get stopped out, bang, you hit it, get back in. The autopilot will then take back over again from there. So right now, this will run. We can just put the order back in, right? The autopilot, if it comes and stops us out and keeps falling, then the autopilot will put us into a short position. So we're trading alongside the autopilot now. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Since I'm the designer. But I'm not the owner. I sold this company. But I designed that. I designed that tool. That was my idea. Boom. See, now watch the autopilot. See, the autopilot put us in. See that? I didn't put us in. The autopilot did that. So I was like, oh, I want to be long right here. And the autopilot says, well, if you get a down arrow, I'm going to take off your position and put me in. Put you in short. Okay. So now this is an autopilot trade. Now, did we tell it to trail? I can't remember. It jumped to the yellow dot. That yellow dot didn't move. It's the same price. I think we told it to trail, didn't we? Did we tell it to trail to break even? Strategy. Exit. Okay, we said stop at 100, and so it immediately jumped to the ATR. And okay, so it's just going to go ATR to break even. So then if it does that, it'll stop it, get stopped out on the yellow dots. But once it gets down here, if it starts to move, it's not going to go any further than break even. And then it'll wait for the yellow arrow to turn you. So if you get any of those little spiky dikey doos that come up and stop everybody out, you're not going to get stopped out because it's not going to trail. How's that, Bousacrete? This is our boost crate strategy. See that right there? It says it right there. Boost crate. Bouse crate. Bouse crate. Hard name for me to pronounce. So you guys can play with that tool too. That's a really cool, fun tool. I just don't usually do it because we only have an hour to trade, and it's more fun to just do it manually. But this is fun too. I mean, having the autopilot trade's fun too. Boost crate. Bow, like bow, like B-O-W, bow, or boost crate with B-U, be like boo, scare you. Boo. All right. Gary Thomas says he's late to the party. It's okay. We had some snafus today, Gary. We had quite a mess up. The whole damn system crashed on me, and we started back in the middle of it. We were trying to do a reversal strategy, and we're talking about changing up the QOCOs and all that kind of stuff. And then we crashed the software, crashed the streaming software, but it didn't lose the class. I was able to get back in. That really surprised me, because usually once that happens, class is over because I can't get back in. Once they shut me out, I usually can't get back in. Look, we're making money. $80 against our $1,200 drawdown. This is the Russell. Now, Paul was saying the S&P was doing. See, it's happening by itself. You don't need to stay on this chart. Once it starts trading autopilot. Chat GPT's in here doing his thing. You can see, and it says right there, autopilot is running it for you. So now you can come over and do something else. We can say, hey, look, I want to trade that one on a 1 minute chart, range bar 12. Oh, look at that. Oh, man alive. Paul was right. This is a good one. We're going to come in here and we're going to go autopilot, and we're going to come in and we're going to say, I want to trade the Boscrat, and then we're going to start it. There we go. Now we got autopilot trading that one and this one. So when I come over here, we got autopilot trading the S&P. We got autopilot trading the Russell. Let's come up here to the NASDAQ range 25, range 50. Which one do you want to trade it on? Oh, we're going to come in here. We're going to autopilot. We're going to say, I want to trade the boost crate on here, and we're going to start. All right. So now we're trading that one. And now we're going to come up here to Dow. Might as well. Why not? Autopilot. We're going to trade the boost crate on autopilot. And you hit start trading. And you go back here. There you go. Now we can have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we have to just sit here and kick back and relax, drink our clear white liquid. It's water. Promise. It's just water. It's lemon water. Wow, look, we're making money on the NASDAQ. Woo! Look at these numbers over here. Doot, 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 doot. S&P. Doot, 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 doot. Russell. Let's come over here and look and see what we're doing. And it tells you which one you're on, autopilot 50. So we're on this one. Hey. Now, again, we're just moving up on the yellow dots. Oh, we're going to get stopped out. Because remember, that thing only trails to break even. It got to break even, and that was it. So the market died before we made any money. Well, that sucks. Hey, Frosty. How you doing, Michael? I'm coming in at the tail end. We're playing with the autopilot today, I guess. We didn't plan on that. We planned on doing the reversal strategy, but Boscrat asked me how to trade to the arrows, and I got off on a tangent. We started trading it with the autopilot. So we're not in here. It'll put us back in as soon as it crosses and that arrow flips, or the dot flips, but it'll wait for the dot to flip. In the meantime, I'm going to wait and see if it does it. Oh, this is one of those situations. So now, see, it's going to go back up. We can enter it ourselves. We can just re-enter. So I can just pop that in there, put it back in, I'll bring this up here. Get that out of there. And now, see, we put it back in. The autopilot wouldn't put us back in right there because it didn't get an arrow. But we can put it in. Now the autopilot will still manage it for us. But we told this one, did we tell that one? That one, are we trailing at 777? Are we trailing that one like we are on the autopilot? We're trailing that one on the ATR. We're not telling it just to go to break even. The autopilot just goes to break even and waits for a reversal arrow. This thing's trailing up all the way on the arrows. So it's a little different than the autopilot. See how you just put it back in? And the autopilot doesn't care. Autopilot will say, oh, that's cool. I'll just run that one now. So we still have the autopilot turned on. See the green line? But when it didn't flip and it started to go, we're like, hey, we want to be back in there, buddy. Okay, well, put yourself back in with these order tools then. So this looks scary over here. It looks like, oh my gosh, I never figured it out. It's actually not very complicated at all. This is just a system you're going to trade. Which indicator are you going to trade and at what times of the day are you going to trade? This one here is how you're going to get into the market. What are you going to use? Stop orders, market orders. I always just use market orders. And then you're going to take longs and shorts. That's all that is in inactive threats, stuff like that. Little filters. That's all they are. And then the exit. So it's what indicator are you going to trade right here? How are you going to get in and how are you going to get out? That's all that is. It's really quite simple. We just put it in one panel. It looks scary, but it's not scary. You just go down through it. Just read the questions and answer them as you go down. That's all there is to it. And then you can give it a name and that's it. So then you come over here and you can augment it with these. You can say, well, if it doesn't do this or it does that, I can boom, 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 and hit these and be part of it. Be part of the trading. And then you can trade more charts than one. And if you, oh my gosh, I forgot what I was doing over here. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, the autopilot's trading it for you anyway. So everything's cool. Now, right here, we stopped trailing right here, right? We're not following up. So we just stopped right there. If we wanted to trail on the yellow dots, we can come up here and say trail on the ATR, boom, and it'll jump up there. Now it'll trail on the ATR and it'll stop us out right there if it gets stopped out. So you can always adjust anything the autopilot's doing. Doesn't matter. Always adjust anything the autopilot's doing. So that's the S&P. Range bar 12. It's trying to go. NASDAQ. There we go. 500. Oh, we just got stopped out on the Dow. So let's see if it takes a short position. Or if it goes green bar, we'll go back up. If it goes red bar and crosses those dots, then the autopilot will put us in. If it goes green again, though, and starts rallying, the autopilot won't put us in because there's no arrow. It only uses the arrows. And here, if it doesn't cross it, it doesn't give us an arrow. It's got to close below it to get a down arrow. There it is. And I didn't have to do anything. It did it for me. That's it. All right. Now we can go back over here to our charts. And range 50. NASDAQ's trying to go up. Oh, there's the close of the market. Market's closed. That one's just it's gonna die now. So to turn off autopilot, you can do it down here. You can come in here, you have this up, you can turn off autopilot here too. You can go stop the autopilot, just like that. Or you can come over here, autopilot, and then you can say, stop or start the autopilot. So we come over here, go to our charts. This one here is still up. We're making money on that one. After hours trading on the NASDAQ. So to come over here, this one here, it's trying to make money. That stops still way back here where we got in. So we can come in and go edit, trail, ATR. Okay. So now it'll trail up on the yellow dots. We're up 1,000. Wait a second. How much are we down? Well, we're down 2,000. We need to catch a nice run, don't we? You can trade manually too. You can come in here and you go I want to put a stop right here. So if it turns around and gets me out, I want to get out, but I don't want to let that thing go if it wants to. Look at it go. Look at it go. This one's my manual one. I can just kill it. Delete. We're up 1,400. Where's our limit? Oh, we don't have a limit order. Let's add a limit order. So on that one, 2,300 is how much we need to make. Oh, that's all. That's not going to work there. Oh, we got to stop out. Not even with, I didn't even move my order up high enough to get us out. Oh, crap. How much do we make on that? Not enough to cover our high. We were up $1,000. How much do we make? Oh, $900. Yeah, you can't complain about that. Took $900 off of our big drawdown day. All right, guys. Sorry for the, look at this thing. Look at that crazy market. Look at this. Up, counter trend. Up, counter trend. Up, counter trend. So if you think the market's only going to go up, you don't want to take these little counter trends back down. You can come into the autopilot. You can come in here and say, stop autopilot. And then you come in here and say, I only want to take longs only. See that right there? You can say longs only and then say start autopilot. Okay. And then it'll only take long positions. So there's all kinds of little filters you can play with in here if you like this kind of thing. If you like this kind of thing, it's kind of fun. Look at us go now. Making money again. Hey, we're making more money on the S&P. Oh, look, we caught a short position. We didn't even try. We weren't even paying attention. Autopilot said, hey. ChatGPT said, hey, you want to take this short position? You haven't turned me off yet. I guess I want it. We're up $200 here. We're up 135 here. We're climbing back out of the hole. All right. Exit all. Autopilot. Stop. Chart. Trade. Trade. Oh, wait. Charts. Which autopilot here? Trade. Oh, autopilot. Stop. Chart. Chart. Autopilot here. Autopilot. Stop. All right, that's it, guys. We had fun anyway, didn't we? Hopefully we learned something. You guys, some fun things you can do. Some fun things. What's the name of your new book, Lance? Some Fun Things. There we go. If you guys have any questions, if you had any fun today, if you didn't like it, hit the thumbs up. Always hit the thumbs up, whether you liked it or not. And the software I'm using, of course, is Track and Trade. You can get it over at trackandtrade.com. And how do I get out of the way? There you go. Get out of the way. Trackandtrade.com. I'm using the futures version today. So that's the software you want to get. If you want to get that, come and join us. And you can use all my settings and you can play along with us here in this channel. And we do this every Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do this day trading thing. And then every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are on in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. So it'd be great to see you there. Frosty says, where's the voodoo dolls? I didn't need them today. I didn't need them, man. I didn't need no voodoo dolls today. The market was just performing for us and we didn't have to sit here and stab the voodoo doll. So, all right, guys. And then don't forget to go get your subscription to Pit News Magazine because I got some really great articles coming out this month. And I'm really anxious for you to get your hands on them. So software, magazine, and that's all I got for you. And give me a thumbs up even if you hated the thing. If you hated it, it's even the more reason to give me a thumbs up. All right, guys, I don't have anything else to say, so we'll let you go. Take care and have a good rest of your day.